Hi, this is Chloe from Inner Whispers, and today I have the Tarot Eros to share with you. It's a rather bawdy looking Tarot de Marseille-style deck created by the same people who brought you the Pagan Otherworlds Tarot. So it definitely looks like it's going to be interesting. So here we are with the Tarot Eros. It comes in its own linen pouch, and as you can see there's a bawdy Ace of Swords on the front of that. Let's take a look inside. So we have a box with a red seal with a heart on it and a little Eros figure, and here another bawdy sword and a snake and a person. Nice little detail. I'm trying out a new space. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. So here we have Eros, the Garden of Love, and this is an extra card for the seeker. Then a winking moon. So it looks like we've got a bunch of moon phase cards, which I believe we do with the Pagan Otherworlds as well. That's rather sweet, hiding shyly behind. And so now we start on the tarot proper, so to speak. Move those out the way. So we have the Fool. His pouch looks like a bottom, and yeah, very dandified, with a little sort of cat. Our Magician holding a cigarette and what looks like a vibrator, and with this rather priapic, well, and vulvic, yeah, it's the whole lot. So got that all going on. The secret text that the Popess is examining looks like something out of the Kama Sutra. And the Empress with her breastplate, shall we call it. So there's obviously lots of touches of the Eros here. Nice colours. I quite like, it looks like a chicken rather than an eagle. And this is a rooster, and he's got no trousers on as far as we can tell. So there's a lot of funny touches. He's doing the peace sign rather than, yeah. And yes, looks like a whole load of boobs that they're caressing. The Lovers is fully Garden of Eden, or the Garden of Lust, as this deck is called. And the Chariot, riding two serpents. Strength, naked as she tames the beast, or partially naked. The Hermit with a large wand. Somewhat strange creatures on the wheel, and knobs all around it. Oh, that's interesting. Justice looks like she's holding a brazier instead of a scales, and we can only see a little bit of her as she hides behind carpet, flag, curtain. Yes, and the mouse looks rather shocked. Some nice bondage for the Hanged Man, and equally Death is in a unusual position with his bum being held, or her bum being held by a hand from the ground. Temperance looks rather intemperate as she sits down to enjoy a glass with a flush in her cheeks. And the Devil, ooh, okay. Once again, very bondagey. naked at the back, and a chastity belt type thing on her. Okay, that adds to the feeling that the tower is kind of blowing your top, shall we say. And the star is rather charming. So there's all the traditional symbolism going on, but with these very bawdy touches, which I find rather fun. It's not going to be a deck for reading in public unless it's a specific kind of audience. But yes, it's a lot of fun. Like here, the sun is a unicorn. The little Cupid figure seems to be tugging on the sun, a sunbeam, and the sun's sort of saying, "Get off!" And these sort of high boots on the unicorn. So that's funny. And ooh, judgment. Okay. They certainly don't look dead. And the world on a swing, being licked by the bull at the bottom. Ace of Pentacles getting a little pinch on the bum. Two of Pentacles with this sort of serpent dragon around the centre and knob-like bits, and yeah, all the greenery and growth. So there's certainly going to be stuff to use symbolically for your readings, and yet it's still very traditional Marseille style. Yeah. Ooh. Turtle being stretched, licked by snakes. Interesting. Oh, I like that, with the snakes with apples or cherries in their mouths. And more snakes here with grapes this time in the 7. 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and ooh, a great big tangle there in the middle, almost like Celtic knotwork. We have the Page of Coins with his little hairy chest, and one of those funny Marseille-style faces, and yeah, a lot of this black and red differential socks in this case as opposed to boots, and the priapic shield. The Knight of Coins, this was one of the cards that I saw that sort of made me take a fancy to this deck, as he's yes, it has a real Émile Zola kind of feel to it to me, that earthy, humorous, satirical, very, yes, bawdy as well. And the King of Coins. And then we go straight into the King of Wands, whose priapic wand is even more obvious than that of the King of Coins. Heading down, we have the Queen of Wands. Yes, nearly naked, very odd body shapes, but hey, legs up to here and then suddenly. And the Knight of Wands. The horse looks strangely scrunched up to fit inside. It's all, and I love the fact that the horses, some of them have blue manes, which sort of plays with the colouring that was seen on quite a few of the Tarot de Marseille's at various points, with people with blue hair, which some people say was, you know, just an error. Right, okay, yes, so we have the 10 and the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, 7, 6, looking very bondagey again, 5, wow, seriously tangled, and the 4, the 3, 2, and the Ace. This one is just being held rather than pinched anywhere, and there's a little, I don't know, fairy-esque riding the spout of the cup, or the spike of this cup, and a male and female little Cupidy figure with hops at the bottom of the Two of Cups, looking at one another across the heart that's at the base of it. Here we have manufactured by the Expert Playing Card Company. So that's title card, so to speak. The Four of Cups with grapes beginning to blossom, fruit rather. The Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. I'm getting very simple here, and the Ten of Cups, traditional pattern. Oh dear, poor Page of Cups. He's really not very impressive, is he? The Knight of Cups doesn't seem to know whether he wants to be on or off, to be honest, and his horse is getting pretty annoyed about it. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, okay. That looks contortionist or almost Picasso-esque. Is that her own hand? It must be, and yet. It's quite fun. And the King of Cups. Depending on where they fall, you might be looking somewhere else entirely. His gaze is very interesting and cheeky, I like it. Then we have the King of Swords with a juicy peach, perhaps. The Queen of Swords with a very prayer-epic sword of her own. The Knight of Swords with another juicy peach. And the Page of Swords, looking a little concerned about his, what's my hand doing? The 10, interesting placement here, quite different, and these ones are actually spurting. The 9. Interesting as well that they've chosen to sort of alternate between red and blue. That's quite unusual and interesting. 5, 4, 3, very different. 2, Eros, the Garden of Love by Uusi, so another kind of turtle card. And the final one, which, as I say, matches the bag that we have. So I'm going to leave these out for the moment, giving the cards, so they're a little hard to hold in a single hand, and they're pretty slippy as well, it has to be said. Some people like that, other people don't. Matter of personal preference, I would say. The cardstock feels durable though, and it riffles very nicely. Very nicely indeed. The backs are, it looks like fully reversible to me, unless anyone sees something that I don't. And I quite like this kind of beigey colour with the little red dots. It's subtle, yet it still points toward what is in the deck. Taking a quick card, we have the 9 of Swords. Well, I have been having terrible trouble sleeping this week, that's for sure. But in the Tarot de Marseille, I'd say it has a somewhat different significance. Things are beginning to poke out, which in this deck also has its own significance. Yeah, interesting. New ideas emerging, which haven't yet proven their productivity, shall we say. I like it. It reads quite well. Blessed be.